What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today we're going over a branded deck profile. This deck has really fallen off favor a lot recently. People are playing now the Chimera stuff. I think the Chimera stuff is definitely interesting. I think that, the deck does lose a lot to Droll. And with Droll being popular in the format, I wanted to go back to branded Despia here. I did try the Chimera build. It wasn't really my thing. I think it's, it's very good, and with the potential of what we see in Agove, the deck could become a lot stronger. This is just really the deck that I've been playing for a little bit. We're on the 40 card package, and I'll explain some of my choices, as well as I believe Saturday I'll be doing a video. It's going to be like a DB video about all the different branded options. Going to be trying to go over in-depth brand stuff. But yeah, before we dive in, over like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to see more stuff like this on the channel, let me know in the comment section down below what decks you guys want to see. And yeah, let's dive in. So we're starting off here with 3 Albaz. You should not be playing any less than 3. If you're playing 2, I know some people say, oh, well, if you're playing 2, you know how to resource your management and stuff like that. But the thing is 3 is extremely popular or needed in this format due to Kashtira. If Kashtira and Runic did get hit a little bit more, I could see you absolutely cutting down 2 of these, or I guess cutting down to 2 of them. But currently 3 Albazes is absolutely needed, especially as well in the mirror match. It's never really a bad name, as well as dumping it is fine. Then we play the 4th Albaz, Albion. Crazy card, to be honest. I love this card. It does help you lose to Droll, but other than that, you don't really have to worry about it. This deck can play around Droll a lot, so not really need to add those allures and stuff like that. Then for the rest of the Albaz and friends, we play the 2 Cartesia, extremely standard. The 1 Tri-Brigade Mercurier, this is for your negates. If you're playing the allure build, you can absolutely cut this up or bump this up to 2. But I always see this in my hand, so I should really cut Brigands actually at that point. Now we are playing only the 1 Quem here. I'll just try to recenter these. We are only playing the 1 Quem. I know some people are playing the 2 Quem, 2 Aluber to play around the Droll and stuff like that, but I find that Quem is only really needed at 1. If Aluber does get hit, which I doubt it will, you could absolutely bump this up to 2. And yes, this card is absolutely crazy, but a lot of the time it's not needed. You already have a normal summon in your hand. You don't want to be able to brick on more. Sometimes you just want to actually rely on normal summoning Albaz as well. So then for your other Despian monsters, we are playing the 1 Tragedy as well as the 1 Ad Libitum. Very standard. We're not on Dragoon, so Ad Lib is really your Dragoon stuff there. And then Tragedy, gets his searches and able to dump off of the Lubellion. That's it really for the Albaz part of the deck. We're also on, obviously, the 1 Lubellion as well as the 1 Sorenir. Very standard, tag out for your Albion, set your loss, or put loss on the field. Very nice. Sorenir, dump your Retribution is always pretty great. And then we are on the 1 Gimmick Puppet, because we are puppeting locking while it's still legal. And then for hand traps, we are on the 3 Ash Blossom. This is really our only other monster hand trap. We are on the 3 Impermanence. But I'll explain later why we're choosing to play only some of the 3. You could play Nib or Droll, but I found that Ash is just super generic and able to hit, going 1 for 1, which is just great. I was playing Lightning Storms in the past, not trying to lose to those cards like TTT, but ended up changing it really because a lot of the time, if you have Imperm or Ash, your chances are if they have Thrust, then you're just going to be getting lost regardless. And we're not playing the Dragoon because I don't think that the deck needs 3 different ways to lose. You either set up Dragoon or you can set up your Puppet, and I feel like Puppet's really better than Dragoon right now. Now for spells, we are on the 3 Brand Infusion, as well as the 3 Branded Opening. The 1 Branded in red, you do not need 2 of these. The 1 Lost, and we are on the 2 Nadir Servants. This is fairly standard. I guess Nadir Servant isn't really standard anymore, but I really like this build over your Dragoon build, because if you get Ashed on your Brand Infusion, that's why we're not playing Thrust as well. You can just activate Nadir suddenly your Albion, and you can essentially get full combo. I'm not playing the High Spirits because I don't think it's really that good this format. I know some people choose to want to play it differently, but that's the thing with Brand that I really like. You can play this deck and be successful with it no matter how you really want to build the deck. If you want to go Puppet Turbo, if you want to play the Maximus build from the Nadirs, if you want to go for the Chimera stuff, if you want to go for Dragoon, there's lots of different versions you can play of the deck. Essentially, even the 60 card Synchro super poly builds. Like, there's just so much you can do with this deck, which is why I really do enjoy playing it. We're on the three fusion deployments. Everybody is playing this card. If you're playing branded, this card just really is branded deployment. Get your Cartesia out or Albaz and just go plus. On the one foolish, I don't think that we need to play the copy of Gold Sark anymore. I feel like in this deck at least, Gold Sark really only hits the Tragedy and the Mercurier. And Foolish Bro is essentially the same thing with dumping either the Puppet, Mercurier, which you have to banish off of your Soraneer. It can dump your Ad Libitum for you can have, and it's just like this card is able to do so much. It helps you set Branded and Red up, helps set the Gimmick Puppet up. You can even dump like an Albion, and then Albion can essentially send like if you're under Droll, you can go dump Albion with this, and then Albion can end up setting the sending the Retribution, put himself to the bottom of the deck. You don't draw because he's in Graveyard. You could dump, like, let's say you get Quem gets negated, and you have a Foolish. You can activate this, dump like your Albaz, and Quem can still revive. So it's just nice to have. It's just very, very versatile. Then we are on the 2 talents. This is what I changed for the copy of Lightning Storms. Talents is pretty, like, I don't want to say free this format, but you're going to be able to use this so much with Droll, Ash, Nib around. Like, people are playing the hand traps. Being able to rip one of their cards in hand or being able to, like, draw 2 cards, especially like, post side, just absolutely crazy. Plus, like, we're seeing with, like, Unchained and Kashtira and Purely, most of the time they're going to be activating an effect, or you can, like, bait out one of their effects. Like, if you activate this versus, like, Caesar on the field, they're going to probably be negating it. If you have, like, obviously Cash, activates mandatory activation, so you can just rip or steal their card. Just feels really great. Then we are also on the 1 Call by the Grave because we hate Ash. Ban Ash. I'll stand by that statement forever. Ban Ash Blossom. Then for the traps, we're also on the 1 Retribution and the 3 Impermanence. Rounded off to an even 40. I could swap in the Ash Blossoms for books. I was trying that out, but I didn't really like it, so that's why we're going for Ash. Now for the extra, 15. Obviously, the 2 Mirror Jades, the 2 Albions, the 1 Lubellion. I've always been a big fan of 1 Lubellion, but I'm currently testing 2 Granganols instead. So I definitely could see this bumped up. Like, this is what I'm missing the most. But without the Dragoon, I can justify, like, you're always going to be putting this back with your Mirror Jade. But then this is just a huge target for any Kashtira Unicorn players. So, like, that's really what they're going to be ripping. So just be careful about that. The 1 Albion for the Puppet Lock, as well as the 1 Rinbrum. Card's crazy. If you play Chimera, you know how crazy this card is. Then we're on the 1 Brigands. Totally cuttable for the amount of how much I see Mercurier, but just able to be really nice. You can also dump it with the Dear Servant if you already have Albion in Graveyard. Titaniclad for the same reason. This is actually able to be used with the copy of Albaz himself, as well as you can dump it off of the Mirror Jade or your Dear Servant to get some pluses. This can also summon out Quem, so it's really nice. The 2 Granganols, you could put this back with Lubellion, but if you're putting it back with Lubellion, you're not going to be recycling your Lubellion here, so I'm opting to play 2 of these, but this definitely could be cuttable for the 2nd Lubellion there. I just wanted to try it out. The 1 Curtis, I think this card's absolutely mandatory. I don't know why people are cutting this card. I absolutely play this card, please. Being able to summon out, especially with 2 Granganols, being able to summon this out, and then, being able to also summon out the Despia, the Lulu Walleth, can be very nice. Then we're on the 1 Dragostapelia, the 1 Guardian Chimera, as well as the Lulu Walleth to round it off to an even 15. Also, I want to mention that this card's actually extremely crazy because this is your only card that's a 1 card out like 3,000 body against. Like, if you activate Brand Infusion, you can just instantly make this. People tend to forget that a lot. That like you can just go for your whole combo without activating Brand Infusion, and at the end of your combo, you can just activate Brand Infusion and make the Albion like hard off the bat. And people tend to forget that a lot, which I think is really interesting to me. Like, you can go full combo with like Fusion Deployment, Aluber, and not activate Brand Infusion, And then at the end of the combo, like if you didn't get Ashed, activate Brand Infusion, go for Albion. And then you already have everything set up. So it's just really great and important to note. This is your only 3,000 beater you can make with just activating Brand Infusion without having any other cards in your hand or anything like that. Yes, you can go for the Albion line, but like that can also get negated. If Brand Infusion goes off, you can just instantly hard make this. And people tend to forget that a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be showcasing off, like I said earlier at the start of the video, this Saturday about what like other branded decks you can play in different variants of the deck. And why would you choose to play what build? But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.